Hey Charles. Hey, so Charles, I wanted to introduce you to Luke because he has a lot of expertise in growing teams and stuff like that. Because I know that when we spoke, that was one of your guys' goals, especially for next year and transitioning into PPAs, which not a whole lot of background in doing that, especially here in Virginia.
Right.
Um, and also I was talking with Luke and maybe even at some point coordinating and uh and maybe is
You're
that
cutting out.
is that
You're
possible?
cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then
But I got the gist of it. Coordinating a blitz. Yes, sir. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Luke, I know you've been super busy. I don't know what's going on with the Cozy app, but it keeps dropping. I think maybe it's because of the time difference. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
it was the call, the link was and same thing with today. I put it on my just radar today. I thought it was taken off on Monday and Wednesday though. So, hey, nice to meet you. What was your name again, boss?
Charles.
Charles. Okay, cool. Yeah, appreciate you making the connection, Josh. So, um, what I know you guys you guys are just doing just loans right now. Is that all
Yes.
you're doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you guys have anything in the pipeline to get you guys into a PPA because of the tax credits ending at the end of the year?
So we're set up with Light Reach. We are actually doing our first lease the second week of September as a trial, right? So I know it's a little bit more detail with the pictures and everything with the installation. So yeah, we're already set up with Light Reach. We have one client that's going to do a lease, so that's going to be our trial run, to figure this out before the 2026 when it's probably going to be 100%, leases moving forward.
Well, you guys would have to just do loans without the tax incentive.
That's correct.
What
Right.
loan product are you guys using primarily right now?
Sun gauge.
SunGage, is that stationary? Is that just in Virginia or is that nationwide?
They're nationwide. Sun gauge nationwide. Yes, sir. Yes,
Are
sir.
they planning are they planning to do some sort of a loan that doesn't have the amortization schedule in it, or does it not currently have the amortization schedule in it?
So they starting October 1st, they're doing it's normally 18 months deferred payment. It's give you time for that tax credit. Now they're doing 36. They're I mean, they have that. They also, I mean, they have one loan where it's like 7.99 with no dealer fees. Because I mean, that's the big thing with us with the loans is the dealer fees is what really hurts, you know. But yeah, I guess what is it, a deferred payment plan, DPP? So yeah, 18 months, but October 1st is 36 months.
No payment? They don't pay anything at all?
Well, they what they do is they do a payment, but the interest. How does that work, Josh? It really doesn't. The dealer fee doesn't kick in until 18th month, and that allows them time to get that tax credit. Now they're going to do 36 months.
Oh, okay.
Right.
6 months though, but there's the balloon payment won't ever come because the tax credits are going to be ending at the first of the year. So that's
Right.
I don't know how they do 36 months like that. That's wild.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we'll still offer loans, if a customer wants to get a loan with, a roof or because they're doing solar with home improvements. That's going to be like the next way to sell it is you're not just selling solar, you're selling solar with the roof, solar with, a new like adding a home improvement to it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just, subsidizing that power bill for a solar loan payment. It's like, all right, we're going to do solar and redo your bathroom. So that's, one thing. But
Yeah.
but no, I mean, we're going to do what's best for the customer always, you know, and probably is going to be, I mean, most definitely leases in the future.
Yeah. I think the lease, I mean, like, listen, most of my career, I've done nothing but loans up until October of last year. Then we switched to just leases. I still do loans every once in a great while, but it's typically, but because of us being a, a fifth largest solar company in the United States, we get what's called the domestic content credit as well. So there's an additional 25%. So the margins for people, I mean, it's going to look really good. So you can be able to give them for 8 to 10 cents a kilowatt and still save them a substantial amount of money. Our price point for energy out here is about 14 cents. So if you can reduce somebody's bill to 8 cents a kilowatt, you should put them in a much better position. So,
Right, for sure.
but I mean, historically, I've done nothing but loans. All of my career, I've done loans until this domestic content came back. And then, what's your guys's? Are you guys doing batteries out there or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do power. We've been doing a lot of Tesla Powerwall 3 batteries lately. So we've been having really good results with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, I'm not real familiar with is Josh, it's net metering out there in Virginia, right?
Yes, sir.
It is net metering, yeah. Yeah, and that's the really good thing is that like we don't have to include batteries, but it is always that option.
Well, it's a nice option. It's an option close, but it's nice to be able to have the net metering, which is one of the few utilities that still have it. So how can we help each other? What can I do for you and how could you help us?
Well, I mean, it was one, I mean, we maybe 2026, you know, a blitz would be kind of cool, you know. My thing is, so I've been put into as the operations manager probably November, December, January time. But so we're a small company. This is year 3. We're putting in policies and procedures. And right now, as my job, operations manager, I wear every hat. Like I do the sales, hiring, all that. So my biggest thing is insight on hiring sales positions because we've been doing Indeed and it's been horrible. I actually cut off the ad today. And then the big thing is, as I do hire people, training them. Like I need help training is one thing. One, you know, training these salespeople because I mean I'm not a salesperson. I'm a operations manager. I can lead you, you know, to water, but I can't, you know, teach you how to sell that bottle of water. I mean, that's, you know, so my big thing would be helping with training. And I don't know, Josh had mentioned some of the ways y'all do y'all's hiring. So, and I just, you know, any trade secrets on finding quality salespeople, especially, you know, when you mentioned door to door and commission base, it's difficult to find good people.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole part of this industry is finding people that can buy into the system and the process and what they can actually do because
All right.
you got the right if you're recruiting spots off Indeed, which we did Indeed, I did Indeed for about 7 months. I did group interviews. Those people they're always looking for jobs anyways. Those people are always just like in between jobs. And they don't have the grit, the tenacity, they don't have what it typically takes. There's certain characteristics that you want to look for in a sales in a door-to-door salesperson, right? And Indeed, I've had one guy out of Indeed work out my entire career, and he became a stud, but he was really hungry. So, I mean, most
Right.
guys.
Right. Yeah. That's
So, as far as all that stuff, I mean, obviously we can help with that. Um, we've already done 7 megawatts installed this year, so we've got 7 megawatts under our belt. So the other question I have for you, if we did a blitz out there, I mean, listen, we would be doing massive volume. And you
right.
smaller EPCs, they would be overwhelmed with the account management and all the back end things and stuff like that. So maybe, if we were going to do a blitz trip, we would do just a small blitz trip, but we don't want to overwhelm you guys with
Right.
everything that we would put in, right? So like a lot of times is what we've seen is like, yeah, if you come to a company, a smaller company that's not used to like, 20 accounts a week or so, it's a little bit overwhelming for some of these companies, right?
For sure. For
Maybe
sure.
it's something we test the waters and whatnot. But as far as the training, the hiring, and the first thing, this is a information I give you. You got to have somebody that's leading the pack. If you're not a sales guy, you have to have somebody that's really hungry to build out the team and have an override structure that's going to be conducive for them wanting to build a team and paint the picture of what's possible for them to be able to do it. And then when you hire guys, you stack their teams and or you motivate with a compensation plan so that it's incentivized for these guys to be able to build out their own sales organization. And it's a duplication process. So you take guys on, you duplicate yourself, and then you turn them out. And then eventually you just have a bunch of little managers and stuff running their own teams, and they're just duplicating the same results. But if you're in a position where you're having to hire and you have to have some sort of training with them, dude, I don't see that. If you don't know how to, if you're not in that, if you're an operations guy, that really shouldn't be your role. Your role should have hiring somebody that knows how to do all those things and is ambitious enough to do it. Because if you're like hiring the people, it's really important that these guys get out on the doors really quickly and have success.
Right.
If they get out there, even if you convince them to come on board commission only door-to-door job, and then they never have any success and they were a good candidate, those people aren't going to stick around because they can't see the vision, they can't see the process and whatnot. So what I do is I build out the leaders. So I just try to duplicate myself. I show them how it's done, and then we kick them loose, and then we let them kind of build out their own organizations. And so that's what I've been able to do over and over and over again. And so they're building out their own organizations and their own teams. And so that's the most effective way, because one person can only do so much. But if you've got, guys and stuff that are really ambitious and hungry, then you just build those guys out, and then there are people able to do it. How much volume are you guys doing right now annually?
I mean, so this is going to be our biggest year, but I mean, we're $2 to $3 million a year company. Like, I mean, 75 to 80 installs, and that's only because, I mean, we have like 5 people, 5-man sales team. Really, we have like one guy that's really our sales team, and we just like right now we're doing like 3 installs a week because just to drag it along. Because I mean, my guys could definitely, we have like 10 jobs in the pipeline right now, right? We could literally just burn through that in a week if we needed to, but I have to just make it work, right? Because I mean, we are a small company and growing. But yeah, I mean, I guess my biggest thing is um, I'd be looking for someone to help me find that sales manager, and when I do find that guy, how to train them. I mean, that would be the best thing that I could learn from you, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree, dude. I don't want to do the sales manager. I need a sales manager. So my question to you is like, applying for that, or looking for that guy, how do I find that guy? Once I find that guy, I would love someone like yourself to train that guy and from there grow this team. I mean, because we have resources available. It's just we're stuck right now in that small, company mentality, and it can grow here. I mean, we could really take this thing over, but just the way we're doing it, like me wearing so many hats, I mean, it's exhausting. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, I feel you. This is the hardest part about this is having the resiliency to continue to step up and do it, despite having the results and stuff. With typically 1 out of 10 reps is going to work out.
Right.
It's the average. I mean, if you're recruiting from a class like if you're recruiting from like an Indeed or whatnot, it's like 1 out of 10. If you're lucky, we're going to make it more than 3 months. The chances of like those guys actually making it. So, what city are you guys in?
So it's called Hampton Roads of Virginia. It's a lot of people are more familiar with like Norfolk, Virginia because of the military base, or Virginia Beach, Virginia. But there's like 7 cities here that are like 5 of the 7 cities are literally, I mean, there's a traffic light right here that separates Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, and Norfolk, right? So but it's a big military area as far as Norfolk. Virginia Beach, which is, like I said, it's just right here. It's a big tourist attraction. A lot of people coming in and out all the time. So we're like southeast on the Virginia map, right? So it's like you got North Carolina, and then we're right there on the East Coast, on the southern side.
What's the population like? How many customers do you have to work with?
There is, was it 3 to 5 million people in the Hampton Roads area?
That's good.
If you were to do all 7 cities.
And then what's the main, what's the main competitor? Who are they?
Ion's here, are in Convert.
Ion, they used to do alarms. I remember Ion from the alarm industry.
The Ion and Convert.
What
So,
it used to be Pink Energy? Was that the main company? I know Pink Energy was stationed out there.
I mean, like,
It used to be, yeah. They went under,
Yeah,
so
the
had
owners
lawsuits.
they went from alarm company. They were Power Home Technologies to doing solar, and then they went out of business because they were using not Solar Edge, but
AP and
no, it's the Generac. They were using Generac, the
uh,
Generac inverters, and they were just trash, and their service calls went way up, and they had to file bankruptcy. But they put Sunlight in a position where Sunlight had to file bankruptcy, which was a lender, which wasn't good for the industry. But yeah, I think I mean the thing is, it sounds like you might already have a guy because you got one sales guy that's crushing it, right?
yeah, but so he's an engineer at the shipyard locally. So he keeps that job. He won't just, jump ship, even though he's made like $200,000 in sales this year already. And I keep asking, asking, pushing, trying, and he's like, oh, next year I'm going to do it, kind of thing. And I would love for him to do it, but I mean, I need somebody that's ready to commit, immediately.
Yeah, this is the big challenge.
Right.
So look, I
And,
think
and, and just so you know, what like with us, we've been very fortunate to be a small company. I got one install team that, and we're very small overhead, and just been managed to make a lot of money. And now it's time to reinvest that money, and because a lot of people are going under now, and we're not. We're going to do well, continue to do well, and it's now's the time. It's like, I know next year is going to be a little slow in this area where y'all have done leases before, but I figured we could get a jump on everybody around here, and strike while, everybody else is down, and we strike while the iron's hot.
yeah, if you have that leader in the position, I think that leader is going to take over the stuff that you're doing right now that you're not probably really excited about. I think that's the first key and stuff for your organization is to find that person that can sell lights out, but also can retrain, that can train and recruit. So
Right.
in that role, there's a lot of different. You mentioned that you're wearing a lot of hats. There's a lot of different responsibilities in that role, and so the thing is like if we could help you find that person, and then I would suggest they come out here and train. Arizona is probably one of the more challenging markets because of the saturation level out here. But we could train that guy and then send him back with the
I
intent.
would love that. And like
Yeah,
take them for the winter. And then as the new year kicks off, the January, February season, he comes back. And that's when we go full force leasing, because like right now we have a second solar truck, second trailer. Like we have stuff to where we can at any time, we can have another crew. Like we have equipment and funding for it. It's just finding the people. I mean, and Josh will attest. Like, I mean, we have this one guy, Karab. He sold 45, 50 jobs already this year. Where we have installed 66 jobs. So that's three other people have sold 16 jobs. He's sold 45, 50 jobs. If I could find three more guys like him and go
what's
ahead.
he doing?
I mean, that's the guy that works at the shipyard during the day.
Oh, shoot.
That won't be my sales manager. But I can't wait for him anymore. I need a sales manager to do everything that we want to do as far as goals go. So I mean, my guys are there. I mean, my install team. I mean, dude, they're ready to do 1 to 2 installs a day. We just don't have the job, so because it's a one-man show. It really is.
Hmm. Yeah, as long as you got the framework, if you got the foundation in place, I think scaling that, it would be relatively easy. It's just about finding the personnel that be in that position that's really gonna, but they have to have a real good buy-in. Let me tell you, let me design something for you and send that over to you.
All
Josh,
right.
if you could put us in a group chat together and then if you could, email
Okay.
me your email over there and I'll give you like I'll tell you what we could do so that we could get you guys into the position where you're not having to play all those roles, but you have somebody else.
Absolutely.
Do it. So
And
we,
even if you got somebody that's ready to move to the East Coast, man, we'd love to have them.
I don't want to lose any of my guys. So
I know, I know. Or
I mean, the
if you're
possibility.
ready for a change in scenery, man, Virginia is lovely.
Yeah, but bro, it's not warm there. It's not as warm there in the
I
winter.
know, I know, I
It's
know.
like we're coming on the good season here, man. It's been
I
brutal.
know. You're getting it right. You're getting out of that
Yeah.
hot summer month.
Been
Right.
absolute brutal out here for June,
Yeah.
July, August, dude. And a little bit of September. It's finally cooling down a little bit, but I mean, 115 degrees every single day is kind of miserable. So now it's coming on to the peak season. But you
I
know,
was telling Josh, he's looking a little lean, man. He that waterway had dropped off, man. He was looking, kind of like Rocky 3 and whatnot.
right? Yeah, it's inevitable. You're gonna lose some water weight, man, because it's a freaking hot.
Oh yeah. You're asking for a bottle of water. You might have to burn a door, but you getting that bottle of
You're
water
getting that
once every
bottle of
like 20
water.
doors. Like
Yes, sir.
water.
So I'll design you something and show you what we can do and then email that over to you and just let you know if we're gonna take action on it. And then
Okay.
create a way and then we'd like to be able to have something where we know if we give you guys a bunch of volume that we can get good install times and obviously get the jobs installed. So that's always a predicament going out there and selling for a company and then hoping that they can get the
Right.
installs done in a reasonable amount of time. So
How cool, like for a big company like yourself, and y'all sell a job, say today, how quickly are y'all to install that job? What's y'all's turnaround normally?
it's 2 weeks to a month and a half is usually the time frame.
And that's where we are, only because if I were to install everything in the board, I'd be done in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like I have jobs scheduled till September 15th. I let customers know that, but it's only because we purposely, I mean, we'll take a day and a half or 2 days on a job just because I'd work my install team right out of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's good. Because I mean, we're ready. My install team, I mean, they could do, I would say honestly, a job a day. Like say a 15 kilowatt, system, they knock it out in a day. Um, but I mean, they haven't been pushed yet, right? They're ready. Like they're ready to be pushed. I pushed them this week so we could have a 4-day holiday, and we did 3 installs in 3 days. Normally, it'd be day and a half, 2 days on the job just because, so it's billable. And so no, I'd really appreciate that, man. I would a lot.
Well, you can, I mean, the idea is you guys have done, how many installs have you done this year?
We are at 72.
Yeah. See, I personally have 107 installs right now, my personal sales. If you had a guy that was a high performer that could come in there and do that and then branch out and then have a few other guys that are maybe doing 40, 50, 60, 70
Right.
installs a year, this would be a game changer for you guys.
It would. And the thing is like 72 as of right now is the most they've done. I mean, last year we did 69. The first year it was like 71. So, and it's because my job, like, I'm more of I can quarterback this thing. I can lead you, right? I can bring in structure and a better way to do it and everything. But like, I mean, I'm just being dude, sales is not my forte, but my number one priority to grow this company is sales. Like I recognize that, like it's
And any sales organization is yeah, I mean, especially from
yeah,
EPC standpoint, you need the tip of the spear so that you guys can actually fulfill the back end of the things.
all right.
Them are synergistic. I mean, you need the install team and the account management team, but you also need if there's no sales being generated, there's no need for the other one.
Right.
If someone's selling lights out and there's no account management team, there's no install team, it's pointless to sell as well.
Right.
Both are as important as the other, but if you don't have jobs coming in, man, there's like, dude, it's just the entire organization folds. The fact that you guys have done as many, I mean, that many installs already with just kind of an ensemble of team, I mean, it's pretty decent. I'm used to much bigger numbers only because I've always sold much. I mean, my personal volume has like I'm usually 270 installs for the year. So I think last
Right.
year, 267 installs for the year. This year, I've just been building out the team, but so I'm a little bit behind, but we'll see if I catch up. But like the whole idea with this is that we could certainly, I mean, this is relatively easy. And then I already have some connections from in Virginia. So I ran a podcast, and I had a bunch of guys that were wanting to work, and they were actually from Norfolk. So I had, a few other people. They were unwilling to come out here, and they lived there. But I have a guy right now. I already have someone lined up. I got to figure out what part of Virginia he lives in. So, but I mean that's a relatively easy thing to do. The thing is you want to be able to put somebody in a position where they are, they're going to actually excel and fulfill all the obligations and stuff. So it takes some burden off of you, and then also helps you guys scale and grow.
All right. That'd be wonderful. I do. I really appreciate it.
All right, my man. Well, let's do that. Josh, put us on a group chat together. I'll get something together and I'll send that right over.
All right, we'll do. Thanks, Luke.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, buddy. For real.
All
you.
right, Charles, we'll be in touch. All right.
And hey, be safe on your travels, man, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
We want Josh to come
all
on
right.
recap. So
I know. He's going back.
All right.
We tried.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
I was like, Josh,
I was like,
you want to be the sales
Thursday.
manager? You want a salary position? He was like, no, my license plates are Arizona. I'm Arizona. I was like, all right, man. So yes, I did try.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Have a good
All right,
weekend.
talk to you later.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
bye.